Hi, my name is Sam. I'm a visual development artist for animation. That means that I paint to try to translate a director's vision into images. I focus on light and color, and in my work, I produce a lot of color keys. These are simple images that we paint to help the lighting department figure out how to light a certain scene. I've always been drawing in my notebooks and on the tables. I think it was mostly an escape from boredom where I felt free, as I'm sure many of you do. However, I never thought that I could do this as a job and that I had what it took to make it as a professional artist. After high school, I went to a 3D art school, and for a while I was certain that I would become a 3D animator. I had long been fascinated by digital art, but I was certain that there was no way that I could manage to accomplish this. I thought you had to be gifted from the heavens to be able to produce the kind of amazing images I was seeing online. Then one day I stumbled upon an incredible archive of progress from an amazing artist called Miles Johnston. He was very young at the time and already working professionally as an artist, and he had recorded all of his progress year by year during 6 years. This was the first time that I realized that anyone willing to put enough time and effort into this could learn to do it, and that maybe I had a chance of becoming a professional artist. I started learning to paint digitally in 2013. I had no idea what I was doing, but I quickly became very interested in how light works and why colors look the way they do. Once I learned that some people were specializing only in painting color and light for animated movies, I knew this was what I wanted to do. I became quite obsessed with figuring out how light works. I'm a very logical person, so I knew there had to be some kind of reasoning behind all of these different phenomena. One of the first things that put me on the right track was Mike Acevedo's Color Basics tutorial. I did a lot of Google searches for all the questions I had. Questions like, why was the sky red at sunset? Or why was it blue in the first place? Why did shadows sometimes look sharp and bluish? Or why were there sometimes no shadows at all? And most importantly, I started constantly observing the world around me, stopping to think and analyze every time I saw light behaving in a way that I didn't expect or understand. Through continuous research and observation, I eventually started to figure out the logic behind it all, which allowed me to paint light in a more truthful and efficient way. After a while, I started getting some small freelance jobs, which kept me going and gave me time to study more and acquire better skills. One day, I saw on the internet that Sergio Pablos was looking for color artists for his new movie Klaus. I had been following the development of that project for a while, and I sent my portfolio to them as a joke because I was sure that they would go for someone with more experience than me. But 2 months later, I had completely forgotten about it, and I received an email from the studio asking me if I was available for a video interview. They had actually appreciated my very logical approach to light as it corresponded to the way they were lighting the movie. I spent a year and a half there, painting more than 450 color keys and learning a lot about light, cinematography, and movie making in general. I was very interested in every part of the process because I had always wanted to make my own short film one day. I am actually doing this now, using everything that I learned there. Because I had to paint so many images in a short time, I started looking for ways to improve my efficiency. Through many attempts at simplification and experimentation, I ended up with a very simple method which I'd like to teach you now in this course. I'm very excited to explain to you my understanding of color and light, and now that you know a bit about me, in the next lesson I'll introduce you to some of my influences.